Gotta be honest, it's actually really helpful to wait 15 minutes. Because it means when I get home, I don't have to immediately rush to get to my computer and get on. And I can actually make myself something to eat and things. So that's kind of nice. I won't lie. But anyway. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Umineko stream. I hope everyone's ready to see Eva continue to have a fucking breakdown until she kills herself, because holy shit. Hi Art, you love when Rosa Umineko said it's Umineko time and Umineko'd all over everyone? Yeah, she really Umineko'd in episode 2. She did the paranoia top tier. Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck, I went to the official website. I didn't mean to do that. Congratulations, Harry. You also have smugness now. Isn't that wonderful? "30 minutes had already passed since Rudolph's group had left the guest house. I imagine the return was too late. And Carlos and Natsu were waiting at the entrance now, as rest as they could be. The chain was set on the door. That was a precaution in the event that Rudolph's group was attacked. The master key was stolen from them. For that reason, they need to wait by the entrance like this for the others to return. They really are taking too long. Have more riveting gameplay of pressing enter. This gameplay is more riveting than some of Trails. You don't think something happened to them? Travis glanced between the clock and the door, struggling to feign composure. If by some chance they were not to return. A terrible thought. It looks as though we should ready ourselves for that possibility. It really was reckless after all. Looking at Blade. Ryukishi writing a Trails game, that'd be awesome. I'm not sure how I could take it because there'd probably be good reason to talk to all the NPCs. I'd lose my mind. You know, looking smug at you in the desktop icon sounds like a sound point they should include in the store page with the game. That is what I said. Why did they go outside when they knew it was this dangerous? How foolish! Why go outside even though Rosa had just been attacked? Nothing will come from saying that now. In any event, there are 3 adults in the guest house. Me, you, and Eva, who's asleep with a high fever. Okay, but neither one of you has seen her, so... Hey, someone other than Manager Otto dies. Oh yeah, Manager Otto, he's a dead person. Easy to forget that. At the time, there was a hoarse sound in the hallway of a door being opened and Eva's shrieking voice. That voice kept calling Hideyoshi's name. It seemed as though the high fever had given her a bad dream or something, and now she was calling her husband's name. I know my Ronave voice and Kraus voice are way too similar, but they are trying to be they are supposed to be different. Okay. She is up there, I guess. That adds a fucking ton of questions.
Eva-san, どうしましたか?
Eva-san, what is it? Are you all right?
うちの人はどこ?
Where's my husband?
うちの人が
My
いない
husband
の?
isn't here. Well, that's been a half hour. Yeah, it's been a half hour, so it's not entirely impossible that she snuck out and did the killing. It's really not that impossible, but Also, the fact that it's very likely she killed her husband is very sad. Did seeing the goat really make her go crazy, though? That feels a bit weird. He promised me that he'd stay with me the whole time. He promised that he'd hold my hand the whole time. Krauss was taken aback by the attitude of hers, which she had never shown in front of him before, and not she understood her feelings. Calm down. Hideyoshi-san is with Rudolph-san and Kire-san, and they're outside right now. Outside? Why? He promised to be with me the whole time. Why did he go outside? You must go outside. The witch is outside. You mustn't go. You'll be killed. Oh my god, she's voice acting and I can't do that. Also, great. I've got many questions. Is she undergoing a psychotic breakdown? Like, fuck.
Eva, 落ち着きなさい。
Eva, calm yourself. Hideyoshi-san is back in the mansion with Rudolph and Kire-san. Android 18's voice actress, by the way. Oh shit! So Hideyoshi is fucking Krillin. Got it. Cool. Why? Ah, my god. Why do you have to go to the mansion? Why did you let him outside when it's safe in here? Why did he go back to the mansion? No one to get enough food to last until tomorrow. Hideyoshi-san was worried about your health and he told us so. When will they come back? When will he come back? Okay, is Beatrice Beva the fucking witch of locked rooms? Is that all her magic can do? Locked rooms? I guess we'll find out. Also, Eva and Evatrice have the same voice actor. That makes a lot of sense. You can't go outside. Not to the Rose Garden, not to the mansion. Wait, why not to the Rose Garden? Witches there, going to witches walking around. If she finds him, he'll be killed. He'll definitely be killed. When will my husband come back? And then he left here 30 minutes ago. We are waiting for their return. 30 minutes? Makes no sense. Why are they taking so much time to go to mansion and food and come back? And why are you two just standing around here? We have to go get him. Quick, we have to go where he is. Eva, he won't be killed. He's already dead. Oh, if Eva is the culprit, then technically it would be reverse locked room as how good she'd be the killer if she's been confined to one room the whole time. Eva had probably had quite a nightmare. After waking up, discovering that it still wasn't over, she could no longer hide her confusion. Natsu tried calming her down. It only made Eva's emotions explode all the more. Maybe they heard that disturbance. Lobby door opened slightly and battling kids who should have been upstairs poked their faces out. Kraus, Natsu, Eva, and Valor, George, Jessica, and Nanjo. By the way, I wanted to check. Is nope. Well, wait. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that she might have constructed in her head to deal with killing Rosa, Kira, Rudolph, her husband, and Maria. Wait, who's Jessica? Harry. Is she in this game? Harry, are you making fun of me? Have you actually forgotten, or are you making fun of me? I'm gonna guess you're making fun of me. Everyone in the guest house was gathered by the entrance and understood this current situation. I agree with Mother. We should go check out Father and the others. Yeah, you're right. There's also the chance that their load is too heavy and they're having trouble carrying it. You should welcome some extra hands. Rosa-san was attacked not long ago. Obviously, this is a second disaster. You should act with caution here and... Don't be ridiculous! Act with caution in what? They're saying we should stand by my husband died when he might be praying for help. I'm going to look, the cowards can stay here. Looking agitated, Eva raised her gun. Judging by her expression, it would be used for anyone to try and stop her. George realized that first, raised his head. Now that the kids have done much carry, at least pick someone who you don't care about like George. Oh yeah, picking on George is fine. Pick on him all you want. He's George after all. I'll go too. And you too, right, Balor-kun? More people the better. Sure. And Eva, we're coming in. You tell us not to. I'm coming too. Be damn, I'm gonna be the only one hiding where it's safe. Jessica, you must not go outside. You just stay here with me. Do you understand? How many more people are dying yet? 2. There's essentially implying that those 3 had already been killed anyway, so it's pointless to go outside. Nazi officer had made a deep gouge in Eva's heart, but she said those words strongly as just his mother. You're right. That would probably be best. Nisa, you and your family keep watch over the guest house. This is my family and Balor-kun family's problem. I wonder if Dog Nanjo would come too, just in case of the worst. And here we go. In the hall of the mansion, Battler, Eva, George, and Nanjo found the bodies of Rudolph, Kire, and Hideyoshi. Let's see what the characters' tips for this part go. Died in the mansion hall with her stomach having been pierced by weapons shaped like a stake. A stake? Forehead having been pierced by weapons shaped like stake, stomach having been pierced with... Okay. So, I think we're quite sure medulla oblongata Yeah, that was how. Look. It's Rosa died tripping after getting pushed. It's fine. From now on, they have to be finished off with stakes, apparently. Vulgar. The stomach isn't a very lethal spot. Wouldn't it have been okay to kill her by a safer method and just stick a stake in the corpse? I mean, that's probably what actually happened. Look, Eva probably pushed her in a moment of panic and killed Rosa, and then she kind of panicked even more and choked Maria to death. That's just how it is. Fourth Twilight through the sixth Twilight. Then the corpses were pierced through the forehead, chest, and stomach with those demon stakes. Hey, she died on a fence. It's fine. She was on hanging on a fence. It's fine. Fine, Carrie. Nothing weird happened at all. Guy in the mansion with his chest having been pierced by a weapon shaped like a stake. Careless. Who knew she was still alive? What the fuck do you mean? You know, just a little mistake. Yeah, Ark's got the right idea. It was just a little mistake. A little goof. Nothing too serious. Careless. Who knew she was still alive? Wait, did she fall from a height? No, she was impaled. She was, where was I? Spear-shaped parts of the fence. Yeah, there we go. Who knew she was still alive? The stomach isn't a very lethal spot. Oh. Oh, that makes sense, huh? Rudolph was shot in the face immediately. Okay, he died right away. Kire got shot in the stomach, and as it says, it isn't a very lethal spot. It's still lethal, but it's not gonna kill instantly. And then she shoots, and Hideyoshi dies, protecting his wife. This fucking sucks for everyone, huh?
Hi.
Yes. Into Rudolph's forehead. Into Hideyoshi's chest. And into Kire's stomach. One demon stake buried into each. The clothing on all three was disordered, and because of this, it is thought that they've been fighting or running away. Since three bodies were not found right next to each other, it's hypothesized that after coming into contact with the culprit, they attempted some form of resistance. Stakes in the forehead, chest, and stomach. Horrible, just like usual. Even though Ronove knew it would be superfluous, he thought that maybe he should tell Battler. In actuality, the witch had killed them in a much more horrible way. He had advised the witch to restrain himself, which is why the corpses had been left so undamaged. The new and brutal witch, thinking that all she needed to do was get the gouge with the stake part right, had even just stuck a stake into a lump of meat that wasn't even shaped like a human. Superfluous. I know the word, I keep tripping on words. It's horrible. Rose and Maria's corpses would probably have been especially striking. They had been killed as the Golden Witch has wished. Just how gruesome would the exposed corpses have been? Beato changed that into a kind of killing that Battler would have called still better. One had Beato's small amount of thoughtfulness appreciated, without telling Battler about that. But for Battler, that might do more harm than good. For humans, the gap between being alive and being dead is still very large. As for Bidou's feelings to be accommodating on the grounds that she had changed it to a better way of dying. Why am I sneezing? Might have made it possible for a demon to pardon her. There's no way it would work out the same way for a human. Understanding this, Ronove remained silent even though he knew of Beato's modest efforts.
As
usual, let's start by checking whether the corpses are dead.
Ronove,
please declare it in red. Hey, can't you hear me? Please declare it in red. This is a repetition request. Rudolph, Kire, and Hideyoshi are dead. My apologies. Allow me to decline from repeating that. What? That's so sudden. What are you planning? Now, proclaiming the death of victims right was almost a given in this battle. Refusing to do so was almost like losing by default. Her own valor was dumbfounded. My apologies. I hereby humbly relinquish my right to be my lady's agent. Accordingly, I cannot repeat that in red. Oh, he's trying to fucking make sure that Balor and Beato interact again. In a fucked up way, but oh, look at it. He cares. He really does care a lot. Isn't that nice? The only one qualified to repeat that is my lady. It is a valid point. Ronove is but an agent for Beato's side. This is mundanely roundabout? What do you mean? I mean that it's mundanely roundabout. For witches, that's fucked up, isn't it? The mundane and normal is very fucked up. If Ronove steps down from position of agent, and Belly could not accept Beato as an opponent, a new agent must be created. There is no new agent. Please, Balor-sama. Please accept my lady as your game partner once more. Sorry. That's not happening. Definitely won't accept that unpleasant, ruthless bitch as my opponent. To accept that is the reason I won't abandon this game. Regarding your point about my lady being unpleasant, I apologize in her stead. I shall obtain my lady's pledge that she will not take unpleasant actions again. Yeah, right. Battle-kun. I also apologize as that child's master. I will give her a thorough talking to, so please forgive her just this once. Hey, quit that. They sound like I'm the bad guy. No matter how much you guys apologize, it won't reach my ears. If you can say that from her own mouth. What did Beatrice do? She was enjoying the cruelty of another. Therefore, she was being a bit of a booch. Well, it's not like I'm gonna listen to her. Alright. If that is the only condition under which you accept that child again, let us have her apologize. Ronove, call for that child.
バトラ君。
Is that all right, Battler-kun?
好きにしろよ。
Whatever you want.
だが、
Don't expect me to
俺
forgive
が
her.
許すと期待するな。呼べよ。
Go
あの
on,
ムカつく
go over
魔
that
女。
irritating bitch of a witch.
ありがとうございます、バトラ様。
You have my thanks, Battler.
ただいまお呼びいたします。
I will call her now.
お嬢様、バトラ様がお呼びでご
My
ざいま
lady,
す。
Battler-sama is calling for you. After a few heartbeats, Gold Brothers gathered together in midair and created Beato's form. You felt like this before, where you kind of want to talk with someone, but want them to apologize first. Want them to want it. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to see. It was much more docile than the way she had appeared before now.
呼んだかロノウェ。
Did you call Ronove?
話は聞いていたはずですよ。
I believe you
あなた
heard.
の口から何か言うことはありま
Is
す
there anything you have to say from your own mouth? Looks as though Beato shrunk slightly under Balor's cold gaze. Several times doing an effort to get the words out of her mouth, but that didn't work so well. And she was just as awkward as someone trying to light a match during a freezing winter with frozen hands. Even as she did that, the game board was receding. In the hall, they found the bodies of new victims and had broken down crying. Holy shit, he went on for a long time. The painting is the same. Yes, I noticed that too. Experiencing a charisma break. This time not happened to you, small girls, please understand. He's experiencing a charisma break when everyone else is experiencing an emotional break.
母さん、しっかりして。
Mother, stay strong.
僕だって悔しい、悲しい。
You're the only one who's crushed and sad.
おそらく
They probably died instantly.
たとえ
If we had arrived immediately after they fell, I'm sure they would have been too
我
late.
々がここに訪れたとしても
Except I'm quite sure that they didn't die instantly, considering...
ありません。
Yeah, the painting, the actual mansion doesn't get affected by the meta paintings. Yeah. It's an interesting thing. So, like, it kind of... I guess we can kind of say that every time... Hey, wasn't there a moment in that... There was a moment I just remembered where during that entire scene where they were getting killed, the painting was of actual Beatrice. It wasn't Eva Beatrice, but it was actual Beatrice. That's... I was just thinking like, oh, so when the painting is actual Beatrice, we can probably say that it's really happening. Oh. Okay, that's interesting to think about. Huh.
いいえ、違うわ。
Very, very interesting. Normally, it's hard to tell what's actually happening, but I hadn't thought about that. But the painting is a very good way to kind of confirm at least when something might be happening in reality. And I was also thinking about it, so, with the reveal of the Chester sisters, I feel like saying this now, I think that I'm gonna work under a new theory that because the Chester sisters are obviously fucking are obviously guns, you know. I want to say that I'm thinking every piece of furniture represents a different way of death. So like, like the Chesters represent death via gunfire or something, and maybe the sisters represent like death via, well, melee, essentially. Maybe the interesting idea to work with, and it does mean that we don't have to literally think that there's actual stakes involved in every murder, but it does get a bit confusing when you consider the first 6 deaths that we saw during this episode, and also considering the injuries for this episode are a bit weirder than normal. No, it wouldn't. You've definitely been alive. What does that make the goats? I guess you could say the goats would be like accidental deaths or extra casualties. So like if there was a house fire or something and the mansion burned down, it would be represented on the game board by everyone getting killed by the goats, because that's like, oh yeah, the goats are just like, they're not directly killing, they're more like forces of nature. Where they go, casualties are bound to happen. It's not like deliberately aimed at like a knife or a gunshot would be at a person. It's someone getting caught in the crossfire. Maybe. I'm making that up on the fucking spot, so. His chest was stabbed with this thing. I must have died in extreme pain. If I'd come faster, he would have been saved. I know it. I just know it. I just know it.
Bato-kun,
I know it's horrible, but you have to stay strong.
大丈夫だよ。大丈夫だぜ、兄貴。
I really am, Alhaki.
もうちょっとだけ泣かせてくれ。
Let me cry a little bit longer. No, Carrie, she did say that there were 18 humans on the island.
I
really so sad. Well, if you just let me cry a little longer, I'll be fine.
そんなことないよ。
That isn't true. I understand how much it must hurt near in your heart to have lost both parents. I still have my mother. Not much better than you, Battler-kun. Oh, you know what? That's an interesting theory, Carrie. If you say there's 18 humans on the island, you're probably meaning living people. So, technically speaking, there could be 2,000 corpses on the island. Huh. That's an interesting thought. No, you haven't! You have the worst George, Aniki. I understand, Aniki. Of all of us, everyone's devastated and in pain. I know that. So I can't keep on sibling like this. Why Why did you say that? The truth is that Kenzo used his special arc, what? To resurrect the 200 hidden corpses in his backyard? Yep. So what? Zombies? He revived the zombies? Do those count as people? Fucking monster Kenzo. I believe anything you say about him if it makes him sound worse.
To
me,
成人して一人立ちしたら
Kirei-san,
別れる人間
people
さ
I eventually part with when I became an independent adult.
親である以上
As their parents,
子供より先に
just
死
they
ぬの
die
は
before
宿
their
命だ
children.
それが
It's just that it happened a little early.
だけの話だぜだが兄貴は
It's
違
not
う
like
ぜ
that for you, Hanaki.
いつか別れ
You
る
just
親
lose a
だけじゃ
parent
な
you
い
part with eventually.
これからの
Also
人
lost
生を
somebody you
ずっ
should
と
have
一
lived
緒
your
に生きてい
life
くは
with.
ずのシノンちゃんまで
Yo, Shenin-chan as
失ったんじゃな
well.
いかよ人の命に
But
重
like
さなん
human
かねえ
lives have
さ
different weights.
赤ん坊の命だって
And there's a baby or an old person, they're all just as precious.
同じくらいに尊いだろうよだがよ
Still,
それからの人生
the
が
long
長けれ
life
ば
they had
長
in
い
front
ほ
of
ど
them,
一緒に築いていく
all
未
the
来が
future you
長
have
ければ
built together,
長い
this
ほどその知ってのは
the sadder
悲しい
their
ものなんじゃねえのかよ兄貴は
Hanaki,
シャノンちゃんと婚約したんだろ
each to Shenin-chan, weren't you?
これからの人生と
You promised that
家
you'd
庭
build a
を
life and a home
一緒に
together in
築
the
いてい
future,
こうって
didn't you?
約束したんだろその未来の
Bet you how huge that future was.
幸せのでかさがよ
And how huge that happiness was.
俺の痛みなんかとは比べ
My
物に
pain
なら
doesn't
ね
even
え
come close.
だから兄貴はもっ
No
と
one
もっ
would
と
blame me
泣い
for
ても
crying
許
so,
されるはず
so
なんだ
much more.
なのに
And yet,
俺たちいとこの兄貴から
just
だから
because you're the big, like a big brother to us cousins,
無理に冷静を装って
force yourself to act like everything's okay.
やめてよバトラ君
Stop it. Like, good. He was trying to make a calm smile, but he couldn't any longer stop a single hot tear from leaving a streak down his face.
悲しくないわけがないじゃん
How can I possibly be sad?
僕は
I think of Shannon and all the
Shannon, please.
futures we imagined
たくさんの
together.
未来を思い描き合ったさきっと100年の
We
人生
talked
で
of
は
so many
叶えきれない
dreams.
くらいの
The
夢
100 years of our human lives would never been enough to make them all come true.
その夢の
Of those dreams,
一番最初の
not even the first
席を
one.
入れることさえ叶えられな
Your
くて
move into my family registry. We couldn't even have that.
悲しくないわけが
How can
ない
it
じゃないか
possibly?
それに比べたら俺なんか
Compared to that, I,
だから俺にはこれ以
like
上
I said,
泣く資
I have
格なん
no
かねえ
right
ん
to
だ
cry anymore.
兄貴だってこらえてるのに
What even you're holding about Aniki? What
俺に
right do
こ
I
れ以
have
上
to
の
shedding
涙を
more
流す資
tears?
格なんて同じだよ
We're the same.
親しい人を失
Both
え
of
ば
us feel the exact same sadness from losing the ones we love.
僕もバトラ君も同じだよだからバトラ君が僕より
There's some
涙を流
things
して
that
は
you
いけ
don't
な
have
い
the
なん
right
て
to
ルール
cry
はない
compared to me.
そして
And
僕だって
there's nothing saying
もうこれ以上
I have to hold back my tears
涙をこらえなければならないなんて
any
ルー
longer
ル
either.
ないんだもんね兄貴
Aniki,
兄貴
Aniki. Oh my god, okay, I was partially tearing up because I was actually sad and partially because it helped me get into the voice, but also, oh, this shit's sad. Oh god, it's hurting my heart. It keeps happening, but every time it happens, it's no less sad to me.
未来を語り合ったシャノンが死んだ
Shan and I always talked about our future together, and now she's dead.
父さんも死んだ
My dad, he's dead too. It hurts.
悲しいな
It really hurts.
悲しいな
I As Balor and George saw they hug each other, they cried waterfall of tears over each other's shoulders for those people important to them.
どうして俺がジョージの兄貴が一番
You
辛い
understand why I
って
said that George Aniki is the most in the one in most pain? What the fuck? Did anyone else just hear a small voice? Am I going? What the fuck was that? I just heard a small voice. I was listening, so I understand. The sadness is a portion of that length of time that would have been spent together in the lives after that. Oh no, there are mumblings in the songs, okay. Of course you can't calculate it like that though. We humans aren't like you witches. We have a finite time, we're alive to the moment we die. We live it with our utmost strength. I can't forgive anyone who makes light of that. Never mind someone who sneers at toys with it. A person like you, whose very concept of death is all screwed up, probably can't understand that. It isn't just the length of time we live afterwards. Sharing the lives of people living with all their strength. That's what I can't forgive the most. George Aniki has gone through his life hellbound doing his best. He must have shown up today with heroic determination in order that he could marry Shannon-chan. It's completely different from me, a guy who was just feeling happy to be able to meet his cousin again for the first time. But still, Beato, for now, stay silent and listen. In a way, I do understand where you're coming from. You say that you need to continue murdering according to that weird avatar for your own resurrection. So if I keep that circumstance of your position in mind, I can just barely understand your murders. Because for you, that is a necessary action. In that case, all further unnecessary actions are your own meaningless, cruel hobby. In other words, if killing 6 people first try is a necessary action for you, all that show crushing their faces, splitting their stomachs, and stuffing them full of sweets are your own completely unnecessary preference for cruelty. I absolutely cannot forgive this aspect of you. Auntie Rosa was repeatedly killed in horrible ways. You said she'll be brought back to life, and so it doesn't matter how she kills her. Or something like that, I hear. Virgilia told me.
まあ
That was, well,
最後には生き返るな
I
ら
thought you can kill them as many times as you want as long as you bring them back to life in the end.
命をもてあ
The
そぶ
completely unnecessary action of toying with life,
必
isn't
要
it?
な行為ではないのか。殺すなら人思いに殺せ。
If you're gonna kill them, get it over with!
もてあそぶな。
Don't toy with them!
殺さないならい
If
た
you're
ぶ
not
な。
gonna kill them, then don't tease them!
お前は人の命を自在
Taking
に
advantage of the fact that you can do as you will with people's lives, and we're getting the sanctity of
忘れて
life.
しまった。だから俺は認められ
So
な
I
いん
can't
だ。
accept you.
命の重みを。そして
I definitely can't accept as my opponent a person who doesn't know the weight of our life. And the sadness with our life is
対
lost.
戦相手だと断じて認められない。
無限の魔法が邪法と
You
言
know,
わ
the
れる
theory I put in the last stream description is seeming more and more reasonable as time goes on, huh? That is why the endless magic is known as a black art.
無限の魔女に有限の概念はない。
An endless witch has no concept of the finite.
壊す。
They have no
殺すという
concept of the
有
finite,
限と終
of the
焉の
end that
概
is
念がないの
implied by
です。
breaking and killing.
それゆえに無限の魔女は時に生と死の狭間を
For that
ゴム跳
reason,
びで遊
endless
ぶかのよ
witches
うに
sometimes treat the gap between life and death as if it was a Chinese jump rope
その行き来を遊び出すようになり
and
ます。
start jumping back and forth over it.
それはとてもとても恐ろしいことです。
That is a very, very frightening thing.
だから私は無限の魔女として自ら望みあなたの域まで達しなかったのです。
Is why, as an endless witch and out of my own desire, I never reached your level. Really had told Beato that countless times before. Maybe I've been too young to even listen to those words. She had been too wild. She had been possessed by that detestable pleasure.
壺を割ってはならぬと言われてきた。
I had always been told not to break phases,
でも
but that's what made me want to break them someday.
いつか割ってみたいと思っていた。そして無限の魔法を
Then, when I gained the endless magic,
いくら壊しても
and I learned that I could fix it back to normal no matter how many times I broke it,
わらわは
I was surprised at how fun it was to break a vase.
これほどまでに楽しかったのかと驚いた。それを禁忌の蜜と
That is called the forbidden honey.
人はその中身に惹かれるのではない。
People are not captivated by what's inside.
それを封ずる錠前に惹か
They
れ
are
るのです。
captivated by the lock that seals it.
実に嘆かわしいことで
It
す。
truly is deplorable.
ワルギリアに聞きたい。
I want to ask you, Rogelia,
無限の魔
did
法
you
な
do
ん
your
て
dailies today?
どうしてあるんだ。
Why does this thing called the endless magic exist? About when Rosa was telling everyone about her meeting with Beatrice in the forest. Oh, we have the theory for that. We have the theory for that being, oh, that was Beatrice, the second one, and we're talking to Beatrice, the third one, or possibly, like, even higher number. Kinda fucking stupid, but yep.
それは何のためにこの世にあ
What
る。
purpose does it exist in this world?
無限の魔法に限らず
It is not limited to the endless magic.
魔法はすべて
All magic
人
exists
の
to
世
bring
に幸
happiness
福をもた
to
ら
the
すために
human
存在
world.
するのです。今さらバトラ君には信じがたいでしょうが
After everything that has happened,
私たち魔
it
女
may be
は
difficult you to believe,
人の世に恵
Balakun,
みを与えるた
but we
めに
witches train in order to bring blessings to the human world. Well, yeah, I don't believe that worth a damn. Holy shit, that sounds like a bold-faced lie.
人と人ならざる者たちとの架け橋になるべく
To become a
修行を
bridge
重
between
ねているの
humans
で
and
す。
those who are not human.
死者を繰り返し蘇らせ。
How the hell does reviving the dead and torturing the death over and over again to help the human world?
大切な形見の壺が
When a
割れて
vase
しま
that
っ
is
た
important
時
memento is broken,
それを直すことで誰もが笑顔を取り戻すならば私は何度でも魔法にて直すでしょう。
If by fixing it everyone would regain their smiles, I would repair with magic as many times as is necessary.
しかしそれは壊すために直すのではありません。
However, I would not be fixing it in order to break it again.
人に
I would be reviving it to give humans
蘇らせ
happiness.
るのです。
だとしたらな。
In that case...
ベアト、
Beato?
お前は無限の魔女。失格だな。
You fail as an endless witch. I give you an F. See me after class. Oh, she's crying again.
今、
There's something that's just come to me.
どうして俺がお前と
Why do I keep going on with this strange game against you?
これは俺を屈服させるためのゲー
Maybe
ム
this isn't a game to make me submit.
お前が
Shouldn't it be a test for you to be accepted as an endless witch in its
無限
true
の魔女
meaning?
に認められるための試験ではないのかってな。
知らぬわ。
I don't know about that.
わらわがそなたにゲームを申し込んでいる
The
の
reason I
は
proposed this game to you was,
単なる
simply
暇
as a
つぶ
way
し
to kill time.
誰の思
There
惑
was
で
no
もない
one,
わ。
there was no one's ulterior motive.
俺は今バルギリ
Just
ア
now I
から
heard
の
the
魔女
definition
の
of
定
witch
義を
from
聞いた。
Julia.
それによるならばベアト、
That addition, you, Beato,
お前は
are
魔女
not
です。
even a witch.
その修行の
Being
途
an
中で
apprentice for who's in the middle of
自
her
らの
training
力を
and who
誤解した
misunderstands her own
見習いっ
power.
てことになる。
Valor bowling Beatrice, it's battle over. Nah, the battle has just begun. This is the good part, obviously.
これは魔女と人間の戦いのは
This is
ず。
supposed to be a fight between a witch and a human.
ならば
In that case, someone like you who isn't a witch is not qualified to be my opponent.
俺の相手としての資格はない。わかるな。
Understand?
わらわがまだ見習
I
い
am
不正だ
so
と。
only an apprentice, you say?
ならばわらわはいつ
Then, when will I be accepted as your opponent once again?
再び認められるのか。いつ
When can we resume this
ゲー
game?
ムを再開できるというのか。
さあな。
Who
それ
knows?
は少なくとも
Or at least it isn't now.
今じゃない。お前が俺の言った
If
話
you
を
only
ちゃん
understand
と
what
理
I've
解
said
で
and
きた
become a
ら
real witch,
俺はお前を再び
probably accept you as my opponent in this
ゲー
game
ムの
once
対
more.
戦相手だと認めるだろうよ。
My God, if last game was the one, if last episode was the one where Balor broke down, this is the episode where Beato gets to break down. Damn.
そのような抽象的な言い方ではわからぬ。
I can't understand if you say it so abstractly like that.
どうすればお前の
Tell
許
me
しを
what
超え
I
るのか。
should do to... Tell me what I should do to earn your forgiveness.
いいや、これで十分
Nope, I've said enough.
だ。あとはお前が
Think about the
考える
rest.
俺が言いたいのは以
It's
上。
everything I want to say.
理解ができないなら
Can't understand it? Try talking with Julian
ロノウェ
Renove.
に相談してみろ
Renove.。
お前みたいなガキンチョはまず
Right,
大人の
you
言
should
葉
start by
に耳を
listening to what
傾けるところ
adults
から
say.
始めやがれ。ワルギリア、
Virgilia?
ゲームは一度中断する。
I'll suspend the game for now.
ロノウェが代行を降りた以上、
Now that Renove has stepped down as representative,
あとはベア
all
ト
we can do is wait for Beato to gain the
対局者
qualifications
と
of
して
a
ふさ
proper
わしい資
opponent.
格を持つのを待つしかない。
My God, he has disrespected her so fucking hard here. It's rather impressive.
了解しました。
Understood.
ベアトが
Until
その
Beato has
資格を
accepted
得たと
as
認められる
been
まで
accepted as having gained
ゲ
those
ームを対
qualifications.
局者不在
The
のま
game
ま
will
進
proceed
行
without
さ
an
せます。
opponent.
ベアトもそれでよろしいですね。
Is that all right with you too, Beato?
異論はない
I have no objections.
わらわは時間と
I want
ゆっ
time.
くり考えられる場
A
所
place where I can think at a leisurely place.
これにて席を外してもよいか。
May I take my leave now?
ああ、いいぜ。
Yeah, sure.
それで
Well then,
はまた
see you later.
待てよ、
Wait.
そうしょぼくれた顔すな。
Don't make that dejected face.
それはすまぬな。
Sorry about that. Everything inside my heart show up on my face is part of my personality. I cannot deceive.
In that
case, there's hope for you yet. I promise you one thing. In this game with you, I might win, and I might lose. Just thought that would be a victory by default for me if you come back. At that point, Balor stopped talking for a second. Then he spoke forcefully. However, I definitely won't be the one to step down. Definitely won't give you a victory by default. I'll keep on waiting here for you to sit there again as my worthy opponent. Butler-sama. Thank you. Butler. I will definitely come back and be accepted by you. Beato showed him a very slowly hopeful smile and disappeared. Looking at that expression, Balor shrugged and believed that her face could tell no lies. I like this side of Beato too. Smug Beato is fun. This side of Beato is also quite fun. I like this shit. Also, we're definitely nearing the end of this episode. We might even get to finish it this week, which would be amazing. The seven survivors return to the guest house once more. By now, it's clear that those who went outside would not be able to return alive. Three of Screw had gone out holding 2 guns and 1 master key. Those had been lost. It was more clear by now that they had been stolen by the culprit. As the windows were closed with the shutters, they wouldn't open even if the culprit had the master key. They sealed the front doors and all the other doors outside with chains, and further blocked them with sofas and tables. When the culprit decided to break in through violent means, it wouldn't be easy for them. Does everyone here actually believe that, like, none of them are the murderer? Like, I'm kind of surprised about that, honestly. Like, I don't know. Am I going crazy to be, if I were in their situation, I would be suspicious of the people I'm with, and I'd lock myself in a room alone? It'd be, if I'm wrong, oh shit, but if I'm right, I'm safer than everyone else. Episode 3 has 7 chapters, so I'm definitely close. Usually that seems to be the number of chapters are. Somewhere around 16 to 18 chapters per episode, it seems. Now this one, the typhoon may actually be fortunate. More clear outside would have been possible them to set fire to the guest house. If there was a typhoon in the first place, the boat would have arrived before noon. I'm not sure you can call that a cloud silver lining. Some might suspect there's no concrete evidence for one of them being the culprit. Yeah, it's... I feel like I'd be paranoid. Admittedly, I probably wouldn't voice that, because, let me be frank here, telling the killer you suspect they're with you is not a good idea most of the time. Eva-san, how are you feeling physically? Please, try to take it easy. Thank you. The 7 temperature now isn't the time to be saying things like that. It's not time to be saying goodbye for the chosen thing as well. I say that this is Rose's fault for not talking about the goad, but odds are they would have triggered a massacre way faster. Oh, fuck yeah. I said this before, Victor, when the goad was found. This is when things get really bad. Like, the goad is not the solution. The goad is even more of a problem once people confirm it's real. Oh yeah, who's my favorite Ushiroad only adult? Natsui, by a fucking country mile. So far. Like, sure, Eva, sure, like, Rudolph and Kire recently showed themselves to be really big badasses, but Natsui is the most reasonable adult we've seen with the gun so far in the story, so, you know. They're crying so much in front of Hideyoshi's body. Eva now gained a strong self-awareness that she was a mother, and her expression conveyed a strong will. Actually, her fever hadn't gone down, and she was aware of that. Whenever she wasn't galvanizing herself, she felt that fever starting to make her mind hazy again. There's a surprising number of Rosa fans, you know. I mean, Rosa, she's got a body. That's a plus side. Maybe. By this point, the first floor was a final line of defense made by Kraus, Natsu, and Eva. Ensuring the guest Nanjo had been strongly warned not to carelessly come downstairs. The culprit had used a ladder or something, and probably wouldn't be impossible for them to attack from upstairs. But it wouldn't be easy for them to break those three shutters from such an unstable position. Was it comparatively safer upstairs compared to downstairs? Valor and George had hoped to remain downstairs as well, to fight in the worst case scenario, but Eva had rejected that. They're great characters, but terrible people. You know, Ark, I agree with that 100%. I appreciate how well written Rosa is, but like, no, she's fucking horrible. Holy shit. Never mind, George was now her only family. It seemed that she didn't even want to expose him to the danger of coming downstairs to the first floor. Gave them for the yeah, no, a good character isn't necessarily one you like. A good character is one you understand. Guys, and Natsu could also understand that feeling. Oh, right. Wow. 7th and 8th coming up. I wonder who the fuck's gonna die. Maybe it's gonna be the kids, you know? Oh yeah, that's... You guys hate Angie? Have we even met Angie? Art? Oh, Angie, fuck. God damn it. I was thinking of the Angie from this game, not the Angie in Trailers. God damn my brain cells. Fuck. Anyway, guess we know who's dying. Kazanachi could also understand that feeling. How do I know there's an Angie in this game? It's, Kiri's daughter, remember? She's mentioned her a total of 2 times. So we're back to the first floor mansion siege. Yes, this went so well last time, I'm sure it'll be great this time too. But, yeah, she was mentioned twice. I think an entire of 2 times, too, which is a bit funny, because I don't think it's ever gonna be, she's been mentioned any more times than that. A great deal of time now passed since they had once again barricaded themselves in. In the cousin's room upstairs, Battler, George, and Jessica were sitting dazed. Their ears not even registering that the TV was on. For a while, Nanjo had been with them and had tried to send them words to cheer them up. But when he realized they might actually be having the opposite effect, he disappeared to his own upstairs room. George kept looking dazedly at the photographs inserted in his notebook. They were from the time he had taken vacation to Okinawa with Shannon. Once at the beginning of the first episode, once in the second, and once in her fight with Leviathan in this episode. I don't remember the instance in the second episode, but okay. Shannon's happy smile was contained in those photographs. George could remember the temperature and the humidity, the warmth and strength of the wind. And even when he had been talking with her at the time those photos had been taken, it's clear as though it had been yesterday. So George, they weren't simply photos. A door to bring warm memories back. It wasn't by name, but she did mention her daughter. Okay, I see. Yeah, I think she has mentioned her daughter's name a grand total of 2 times. In a lot of fucking clicks and a lot of time. In this room, even though the sound of the typhoon and the TV should have entered George's hearing, it was the scenery of Okinawa that he had seen with her, and her laughing voice had reached his eyes and his ears. After meeting Shannon, George had made the decision to be reborn. Wait. Well, I'm sorry to break the mood here a tiny bit, but I would like to remind you that he probably he fucking met Shannon when she was 6. And he was like in his early 10s. George has fucking always been weird, guys. George has always been weird. Jesus Christ, why? Easy caught in the atmosphere, unable to refuse requests, and easily used by those around him. George is 23. Yes, but he's saying that when he first met Shannon. After meeting Shannon. So that means when he met Shannon, when she was 6 years old, because remember, she's been working at the mansion for 10 years, he fucking made a decision to be like, go for this girl. George is fucked up. Shh, we don't talk about that. I'll talk about it. What the fuck, George? Is this grooming? Is this grooming? This is long-term grooming. Jesus Christ. Her resolve is to become a strong man who would make her life even more joyous. So, if you hadn't met Shannon, the man called Romeo George would have probably lived a very different life. And the George of that different life surely wouldn't have been as excellent a man as he was now. I would not call you an excellent man by any margin. The way he was now, he was for the sake of Shannon. Is already, yeah, but it gets like you think you reach the peak of how bad it is, Harry, and then it keeps getting worse. You think like. It's a very she what? I mean, he only met her once a year for the conference up until they started dating, right? Yes, that too, Victor. George has problems. She's supposed to be a vessel for Beatrice's soul. She what? That's our theory. Yep. Our current theory is that every single one of the Gospel House people is supposed to be his Kinder's experiment to reincarnate the soul of his loss of his first wife, Beatrice, into you know, another person. That's what the Gospel House is. It's a fuel. It's where he gets his people to try it on. Yeah, it's fucked up. And obviously we're going with the no magic theory, so it's even more fucked up because he's essentially trying to groom these children into his wife. Even the boys, a fucking course arc. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, I think fucking Shannon is a goddamn girl. I've thought about that for a while. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I don't know, when I first met them, I was like, oh, that's a girl. Wait, what do you mean they're a guy? No, they aren't. Look, I've seen enough traps in my life. I've recognized one at a glance. That sounds really bad. Please don't take it out of... Please don't take that out of... Don't take that in any context, please. So the same Shannon is now gone. He found himself wondering why he exists. Isn't it completely meaningless? A deep, deep sadness, as though he himself had become empty. That feeling had tormented him the whole time. Lesbian canon theory real? I mean, if we're going with lesbian, oh well, I don't really mind. Also, I don't give two craps about trap. I don't think it's anything much. You're not oh my god, my lips are dry. That feeling had tormented him the whole time. After Balor had told him, he hadn't been aware of the feeling himself. He finally remembered that he should have cried much, much more. I've never seen anyone use it as a slur, so... No, it wasn't always a slur. I don't really want to get in this discussion. So he had cried. It's like Balor had cried himself dry. By now his eyes were bright red and swollen, and he could not cry anymore. So George did his best to change his way of thinking. So I think that he was not meaningless. That he should be grateful to Shannon for giving him such a character. Dead lives are not revived. He would not get over being separated from his beloved. If he were to come after Shannon by killing himself, she would surely be deeply dejected. It would be the same the other way around too. If he died and Shannon chased after him, throwing away her own life, he wouldn't be able to forgive himself. So he chose to surpass his emotions of sadness and anger, and decided to thank her. Meaning Shannon had made his days rich and full, and had taught him the meaning of working hard for other people's sake. As though she had shaped him into the person he had wanted him. I feel like that's the other way around, but okay. He thought he should thank her for that. By doing that, he tried to quell his sadness. But each time he did, he remembered Shannon's smile. He knew it logically. He understood that grieving any more than this would only make her grieve in heaven. Yet he couldn't stop his sadness. Oh, flashback? Or full-on flashback? Or... okay. Why does people dying make us this sad? Balor muttered, as though he was speaking on behalf of all the humans. Probably hadn't been asking anyone, but Jessica answered. Weddings always sad, no matter what they're like. But when, for example, a person is older than some time is going to happen, it's expected in advance, and you know it's a farewell that he must come sooner or later. He spent a long time softening the blow of that sadness. So misfortune is probably sad, isn't it? You aren't allowed even that. I see. Yeah. Sure, if they get sick or something and end up bedridden in a hospital every year, you might be able to ready yourself for it bit by bit. When it happens suddenly someday, you don't have that much time. Sounds like you should only spend so years softening closes in on you all at once. And no wonder it's especially tough. Sometimes it might even cause a sadness great enough to leave a scar for life. Enough to leave a scar for life, you say.
じいさまのオカルト趣味もさ。
It's like grandfather's occult hobby.
そうささ
That's
やか
what
れ
they
て
whispered
たん
about
だよ
it.
例のベアトリーチェって愛人を
That maybe Beatrice was his lover who died a long time ago and he was so sad that he couldn't pull himself together. I mean, that is the current theory, so yes.
それで死者を蘇らせるためのオカルトの研究に
That's why he started sacrificing the rest of his life to searching for researching the code in order to revive the dead.
そうささやかれてた。
That's what they said.
だとしたら、じいさまは
In that
最後
case,
の土壇
grandfather
場
seeing that
で
miracle in his
そ
last
の
moments.
奇跡を成し遂げたな。犯人は蘇ったベアトリーチェで、
The cupboard would either
じい
revive
さまは
Beatrice,
殺
with
される
grandfather
瞬
being
間
reunited
に
with her
再
the
会
moment
で
he
き
was
たって
killed.
ことになるぜ。自分で蘇らせ
It's
て、
ironic that he arrived or only
そ
then to
れ
be
に
killed
殺
by
され
her.
るとは皮肉な話さ。
それでも
Even so,
おじいさまは
grandfather was probably able to
会え
meet
たん
with
だろう
her.
ね。人生の半分を落として
And what half of his life, and even though it was
もう
only
一
for
度
a
会い
short
たい
time,
と願った女性にわずかなひとときとはいえ再会できたんだろうね。
yeah, but half of his life, and even though it was only for a short time, he was probably united with the woman he wished to see once more.
丸焼きにされちまったけどな。
That he got totally roasted.
人生の半分をかけた研究にしては、ちょいと割の合わない成果だろうぜ。
We see what happened to Kinzo this episode? Apparently, Ark, he burned to death, but there's not really much going into that.
「そんなことはないよ。
I wouldn't say
た
that.
とえほんのひとときであったとしても
If it was only for an instant.
愛した女性に再会できたおじいさまは幸せだったはずさ。
His body was found in the furnace, but beyond that, no. Yeah, beyond that, we don't know anything.
仮に生命の摂理に逆らった罪を神に咎めら
And
れ
if
て
his sin of defying life's providence was punished by God,
その身を焼かれ
and his body was burned and sent
地
down to
獄に
hell,
落とされたとしてもその見返りの
even
再
if the
会が
reunion he got in return only
ほ
lasted
ん
a
の
very
わ
short
ずかな
time.
時間だったとしてもね。
調子兄さん。
George Nissan,
神の怒りに触れて
I wouldn't care if he met with the wrath of God and had my body burned. Or I meant, not him. Oops.
わずかな時間でもいい
It
から
was just for a short amount of
再
time.
び蘇らせてくれるの
If I could revive Shannon again,
僕は残りの人生
I
すべて
sacrifice the rest of my life to the same
お
research
じい
as
さんと同
grandfather.
じ研究に捧げるよ。
You wouldn't be raising an orphanage, kids from an orphanage to take to, as like bodies for your dead girlfriend to possess potentially, right? Not that kind of person, right, George? Right? Oh, am I fucking kidding? He wanted to get together with Shannon when she was 6 and he was 12.
5分でいいからシャノンともう一度言葉を交わしたい。
5 minutes would be enough. I just want to talk with Shannon again.
1分でもいいから
If 1 minute would be fine.
それと引き換えに
Change it wouldn't mind sacrificing
全
the
て
rest
の
of my
人生
life.
を捧げても僕は構わない。
兄貴、
Aniki, you really are a fucked up individual. When Battler and Jessica realized that their pointless discussion was hurting George, they had no choice but to shut their mouths. George related his thoughts at Kinzer's life. I saw him sacrifice half his life to research that no one could understand. And on the last day of his life, he revived the person he loved most. Probably seen his reunion in his final moments. I don't know how much they were able to spend together. Not whether they were given an hour or just 5 minutes. However, in that moment, all of that time he had sacrificed his research must have been rewarded. Even though he spent decades to gain it, that small amount of time must have been enough to reward him. To today, I never believed in the occult or magic or anything. It's on my heart. It made fun of grandfather's research as nothing more than indulgence. However, I won't make fun of it anymore. No, to the contrary, I strongly believe that it does exist. That power of belief can create miracles. I'll probably throw away all my studies up until today. That's basically just a sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, no, George isn't starting. Oh, George is starting to believe art? Great! I can't wait to see him start kidnapping girls off the street to make them into his girlfriend. Give me the power of magic. And a miracle which lets me meet Shannon again.
Goめんよみんな。僕もどうか
Sorry,
し
you
てる。
too? I must be going mad.
魔法で死者が蘇るくらいだったら、世界中の人々が魔法を学ぶだろうね。
If you could revive the dead with magic, you would probably be studying it everywhere around the world.
でも、現実にはそんなことはない。
But the things like that don't exist in
誰
reality.
も学ばない。
No one studies it.
死者が魔法では
That's
蘇
because
ら
they
な
know
い
that the
って
dead can be brought back with magic.
知っているから。ごめんよ。
So I was saying such weird things.
僕のせいで
I
お
thought
か
that
し
the
な空気
atmosphere
に
here
なっちゃ
sounded
った
so
ね。
strange.
みんなだって辛いだろうに。気を使わせてごめん。
I mean, you worry about me? No, this is hard on everybody. Even though I did divert myself from my sadness, maybe I did say something strange. If I keep talking about something so weird, I'm sure it won't heal their sadness. Even so, that doesn't mean I can withstand this silence.
僕は下に行ってもう一杯コーヒーをもらってくる。
How about go downstairs and get another cup of
う
coffee?
ちの母さん、
My
コ
mother's
ーヒ
very
ーの
particular
入れ
about how
方
to
に
make a
はこ
cup
だ
of
わりがあるん
coffee.
だよ。みんなもおかわりはいるかい？
Does anyone want a refill? Valor-kun and Jessica Chan lightly shook their heads. Without being any more persistent than that, I took my mug and left the room. Oh, I guess we're following George's perspective right now. Fine. I did visit Dr. Andrews' room to ask whether he wanted any more coffee as well. He too said I didn't want any more. It seems as though my mother's orthodox method of making coffee wasn't universally appreciated. One time, I had Shannon drink some that I brewed by that method. She told me that while it was delicious, it was a little strong. I remember her words.
シャノン。
Shannon. It's no good. Though I left the room to change my mood, the image of Shannon's face that's filling my head hasn't faded in the slightest. The fun days I shared with her were becoming more and more vivid. I felt sad that I was not even allowed to see her dead face. Oh, don't worry, it could be a lot worse, George. You could be able to see her dead face, and it's only half, and the rest is fucking brutally destroyed. According to our parents, it seems as though she was killed with something like a gun or a spear. I'm sure they were just trying to console me. They had said that her face in death had been very beautiful and peaceful. I wonder if she's wearing the engagement ring I gave her last night. If she accepted my engagement, then she should have it on the ring finger of her left hand. Last night, our heads were both full of each other, and we weren't composed at all. Shannon accepted the engagement semi-boldly, but she might have regretted that as a rash action once she cooled her head. She might have taken the ring off. I wonder if she has the ring on right now. I at least want to make sure of that much. How would I know her final feelings? However, even though I do check, it's not as if she'll be revived. I wonder what happened to her body. After the autopsy, probably immediately cremated. Then I'll be able to see her face, her dead face for all of eternity.
僕は
Because of the shock of losing Shannon.
少しおかしくなってるの
Am
か
I going a little crazy? Yes, apparently craziness flows in the Ushiromiya family blood. I didn't know there was a gene for... I didn't know there was a trigger gene right there for fucking trauma. I don't want Shannon's body to be burned. It's burned to an ash. And never again will be possible to for her to revive. George? George, shut the fuck up. George, don't you fucking go down. George, don't go down this goddamn route. I don't want to deal with another crazy. That cremation is disliked in Western tradition. Because on the day of resurrection, there would be no body to revive. Because of that, seems the great criminals in Western history were often cremated after execution as punishment. Kenzo V2, let's go. Ark, I don't want a V2. Oh God, is he gonna normal baits on Shannon and put her body in a rocking chair? I fucking hope not. This man is... Why? Why? I feel like... Did any of these... I feel like one of these fuckers had a pet rat. And after it died, they fucking go on a murder spree on, like, rat kind to revive their rat. Like, what the fuck is with these people? They needed goldfish growing up. All of them. All you needed goldfish. The ashes were sometimes scattered rivers and such. In other words, to Western people, death is nothing more than a sleep until the resurrection. It seemed essential that the corpse is left after death. In other words, that's because Western people knew the existence of a miracle to revive the dead. What? What kind of logic is that, George? No! Okay, apparently he doesn't understand the context of fucking Judgment Day. Got it, fine. George, read the Bible. It's not logic, he's in grief? I know, but let's not excuse grief when possibly grief means Kinzo has committed many crimes. I don't think grief is enough in this case to fucking, like... Essentially, this is him going griefy, and I'm just, like, shaking his head saying, don't do it, dumbass! George really should not read the Bible. I mean, probably not. Now I understand. My grandfather idolized the Western coat. From the beginning, it was all been only for that reason. Just to revive the person dear to him. Grandfather spent the rest of his reigning life researching Western coat. We not need George with a Sigma or Gnosis. I mean, maybe it wouldn't end horribly wrong. In like a 1% chance. The situation surrounding us right now is abnormal. Grandfather had revived his beloved Beatrice. And that Beatrice had carried out a terrible serial murder. The change of locked rooms are impossible without the use of magic. The Golden Witch Beatrice. The incarnation of the miracle of the Western coat. And also the cobra who killed Shannon. I just hate that being. And for some reason I want to cling on to the hope she represents. Is this technically a spree killing, not a serial killing? Is it a spree killing because it's happening in too short a period of time? What is it? Like serial killing is over the course of like a week or month? Or something like that? I can't quite remember. Maybe when we get an Arteria game, maybe we'll finally get his wish. That'd be nice. I wonder if she could use that miraculous magic that grandfather spent his life espousing to revive Shannon. Spree killings happen in a short amount of time. Okay, that makes sense. According to the Ushiro-Miya family legend, grandfather met with her long ago and was given a vast quantity of gold. Then if I also met her, instead of gold, would she give me Shannon's life? In return, could she impose any kind of devil's contract? For that, I would sacrifice all my remaining life. George probably couldn't have believed or noticed that, right behind him. The witch herself stood, listening to his voiceless wish. Oh, great! The witch... Oh, wow, so Beatrice is behind you? Wow, is it the bitch Beatrice? Oh my god, Eva probably feels even fucking worse. Wait, that's not Eva. Okay. The monkey paws curls. I feel it's like arc that the monkey paw curls and more like it rapidly becomes a fucking fist. Beatrice had been listening to everything George and the others had said since the discussion just now in the cousin's room. Bella told her that she didn't know the weight of a human's life. and wanting to understand that in her own way, she had stealthily visited and listened to their discussion.
それが願いだというのか。
You'd say that is your wish.
それを叶えれば
If I could grant that, would I be accepted as a witch?
認められるのか。
Beato looked at the palms of both of her hands. She handed over most of her previously searching magic power. The new witch had succeeded in the name of Endless Witch. Of course, even now with her magic power still made her worthy of being called a witch, not even compared to her previous strength.
Even
without the endless magic, I am a great witch whose name is thundered throughout 1,000 years.
死者を蘇
And
ら
the dead is no trouble at all.
造作もないことよ。
Inside her head, she thought about several magic methods for reviving the dead. Wait, she lost her powers? She on the game board at least, Carrie, she's lost most of her powers because, you know, she's handed over the reins of the game board to Eva Beatrice. Doing the magic she could so easily do in the past would be difficult with her current magic power. I mean, Ark, I believe her when she says she gave her powers over to Eva Beatrice. It's just not like her actual powers, but like the board game version of herself. Hold on, my mouth is fucking dry as shit. Give me a second, I'm gonna go get a drink. Not even... Give me a second, gonna get a drink. Be right back. Okay, back. Sorry, my lips are just so dry. Need something. Anyway, Beato, how are you gonna revive Shannon? You gonna show him like a dead version? Are you gonna get zombie Shannon in? I would approve of zombie Shannon. Come on, do it. I know you won't. She thought of something, then clicked her tongue and repeated this several times. In the end, she finally thought of a single spell. That was a spell that she couldn't use by herself. It was a spell that witches with power use that relied on the aid of others. In the past, we had looked down upon that type of magic. Therefore, she frantically tried to think that if there wasn't any other possible spell. In the end, she couldn't think of one and slumped over in self-derision. And then, careful not to surprise him, she softly called out. Softly to George's heart.
後宮ジョージ
Ushiromiya George.
わらわの声が
Can you hear my voice?
聞こえるとも。
I can hear.
あなたは誰だ
Who are you?
本当に魔女のベアトリーチェ、
You're the witch Beatrice?
それとも僕の悲しみが生んだ幻想なのか。
Or are you else an illusion created by my sadness?
もしも前者だ
If
っ
it's
た
the
な
former,
ら
I want you to hear my wish.
僕の願いを聞いてほしい。そして後者なら
If it's
僕を
that,
そ
or
っとし
just
ておいてほし
leave
い。
me alone. Conversations in the world of a mind are a lot like those in a dream. In your dream, haven't you ever had the experience of casually accepting something that would have otherwise been absurd in the real world? Oh. That's... Huh. So, are you saying that when we have this little border around the screen, it's a conversation happening in the mind? Well, I guess my fucking theory about Beatrice and Balor of Purgatory being the same person has now become a lot more reasonable. Huh. Neat. The conversation in this road was like that. So even though the witch appeared and started talking to George, he was not surprised. Hmm.
わらわの
I am
黄金の
the Golden Witch
ベアト
Beatrice.
リーチェで本来わらわとそなた
Normally, you and I would not be able to talk together like this.
しかし
However, you are strongly conscious
そ
of
な
me
たがわらわ
and
の
wish to have a
ことを強く
discussion.
意識し会話を望むからこうして互いのチャンネルを
So, both of our
合わせる
channels are able to match like this.
シャノンを殺したのが
The person
あ
who
な
killed
たな
Shannon,
のか。
I don't care if it was you or
あ
someone
な
else
たを
taking on
守
your
る何
name.
者かの仕業なのか。僕はどうでもいい。ただあなたが
As long as you exist as a real
本当の魔
witch,
女として存在しているならば、どんな対価にも応
I
じ
would
る。
pay any compensation.
僕の命を望むなら、今すぐに捧げてもいい。
If you thought I liked, you can take it right now.
どうかシャノンを生き返らせてほし
Please, I
い。
want you to bring Shannon back to life.
それが無理ならせめて
That's impossible, then at least I would like to just be allowed to talk to her for a short
話
while.
をさせてくれるだけでもいい。お願いだ。
Please,
対価はいらぬ
I require no compensation.
その願い
I shall grant that
叶え
wish.
本当に
Really?
本当にシャノンを
You'll really bring Shannon?
うん
Hmm.
だが
However,
反言の魔法は
my
使う
current magic power is not sufficient to use resurrection magic.
だからそなたの手を借りねばならぬ
Therefore, I must rely on your help.
僕にできることならどんなことでも。
There's something I can do. I'll do
それ
anything.
が
If you
僕
mean
の
taking
心
my
臓
heart
を
right
今
out
す
here
ぐこ
now,
の
I
場
would
で
not
取り出すこ
hesitate.
とであったとしても、僕は躊躇しない。
そんなものいらぬというの
I'm telling you that I don't require something like that.
わらわは魔法を唱え
I may cast the spell.
さすれば冥府
Then a gap would open the door to the Hades.
隙間ができる
Wait, Shannon went to hell? Well, yeah, she did date you after all. That's a sin by itself.
だが今の
But as I am now, I don't have the power to bring Shannon so up through the gap.
魂を連れ出せるほどの力はないしかしシャノンのことを強く思うそなたなら
However, if it were you who has strong feelings with Shannon,
その思いを魔力に
you should be able to change those feelings in magic and bring her so out without
必
fail.
ずや連れ戻せるだろう
Hades isn't Hell BB, though it does contain it. Yeah, my point so stands. She's down there because she dated George. The sin by itself. So sad.
どうだ
What do you say?
わらわを手
Will
伝
you
う
help me?
手伝うとも
Of course I
シャノ
will.
ンの命が蘇る
Shannon's life will be
僕は
revived.
何を失う
Not
こ
for
と
you to
も
lose
恐れない
everything. George's fist shook in silence. Then he slowly regained consciousness. He had been absentmindedly standing near the window in the hall the whole time, his mug still in his hand. And, the witch from his dreams was still there.
そんな
What the? It isn't a
夢
dream?
じゃない
静かにせよ
Be quiet.
今のわらわは
I
とて
am
も
very fragile right now.
この上さらに
If any
他の
more
人
humans
間
appear now, I will not be able to preserve this form.
姿を保ちきれんそなたの願いは叶えるから
I shall grant your wish, so stay silent for now. I've already been interrupted enough as is.
よいか
Is that alright? The power of love and friendship and bitch slap his witch mom. Yep. I mean, that sounds like a good thing. Let's go. I'd appreciate it. George covered his mouth with both hands, hoarsely nodding several times. As he did, he almost dropped the monkey he was holding. George frantically juggled it and caught it. He was afraid that if it fell to the floor and made a loud noise, the witch's form might disappear like a bubble popping. He solidly set the mug on the floor and he stared once again at the witch in front of him. Her form didn't disappear. It wasn't a dream.
さあシャノン
Come,
が眠る
let's go to the
へ
parlor
行く
where Shannon sleeps.
そなたの思いの
With the power of your feelings, we will bring
彼
back
女の
her
魂
soul.
を連れ戻すの
行くってどうやって
You say go, but how?
下には母さんたちがいる
My mother and others are downstairs.
表へ出るのを許してくれるわ
There's
け
no
が
way
な
they
い
let us go outside.
それにあなたはさっ
And
き
did you say that you wouldn't be able to
他の
preserve
人
your form
間
if
が
another
現れ
human
たら
appeared?
姿を保てないと言わなかったかい
そういえばそうだったな
Come to think of it, that is true.
下にはクラウスたち
So
が
Kraus and the rest are downstairs.
それでは確か
In
に
that case, we definitely cannot go down.
ならば
Well, then we just need to go to the mansion without going downstairs, right?
簡単な話
It's simple. Ina laughed as though she had thought of a pleasant prank. And with her golden pipe, she lightly tapped a window with its shutter closed. When she did, the 3 gold butterflies appeared from the pipe and opened the lock on the window as though melting it. It's magic time. Then the window opened without a sound. The shutter behind it was exactly the same. The glass unset itself, also without making a sound, and it quietly opened. The window opened, exposing the wind and rain outside the mansion. Perhaps because of the direction or something related to the construction of the building, the wind did not blow inside. Because that for a while. George felt as though the entrance opening to the outside was a dream or illusion. He couldn't accept it as real. This is probably fake. I mean, most likely, Carrie, but you know, let's see how far it goes. Come, let us go. Come with me. Oh, that fucking animation just then. Oh. Looked like she goddamn went and jumped on a trampoline. That's just cute. Beato gently floated upwards. It was a natural action, like that of a diver enjoying an underwater stroll. It made it easy to believe that if you acted like she did. That was pretty amusing? Yeah, I think so too, Victor. It made it easy to believe that if you acted like she did, you too might be able to float in the sky just as though you were swimming in the water. No, George did believe that. Without thinking, just as she had done, he also, gently, so swimming in the water, he moved his feet. Wow. Oh, not bad. So you learned to dance in the sky faster than I could explain it. George was shocked to find himself floating in midair like he was swimming. Of course, Beato was also shocked that George, who should have just been unacquainted with magic, had learned how to do it just by instinct. To be able to find the air, swim the air. You must not think of the logic, except as a natural thing. You must not think about the human doctrines, such as those from Newton and Einstein. Especially when flying high in the sky. Inexperienced witches sometimes fall. You just need to throw yourself at the ground and miss. Awesome, I guess we're going with fucking Hitchhiker's logic. Come on, Georgie boy! Forget how to fall, and you shall fly! I accept it as true. I accept that it is as true. George repeated those words over and over again, but he failed, and then therefore he fogged. The end. No, it's not magic no matter what. Now that would be the same to throw away what might be. His first and last chance to revive Shannon. However, compared to Beato, who was elegantly drifting like smoke, George's moves were clearly similar to someone underwater. Therefore, if he didn't make a movement like kicking his feet in water every once in a while, he would be slowly dragged down by the force of gravity. I shall praise this as being a better performance than the first time I danced in the sky. Here we go. Come with me. Beato beckoned George and gently flew into the stormy sky. It was just like a scene from a fairy tale. Seeing floating before George's eyes felt entirely like an extension of his dream. Being able to fly is incredible, but so is the wind and rain.
なんだ雨と風にさ
Oh, what's that? Are the wind and rain tormenting you?
それを防ぐ魔法を教えても
I
よ
could
い
teach you magic block against that.
今のそなたには早いし今はそれを習う時間を割くのも惜しかろう
And it may be a misuse of time right now.
ええ
Yes.
僕が必要と
Much
して
I
いる
need
魔法は
isn't that?
それじゃない。
Without losing to the wind and rain, George wore a strong-willed gaze.
見えてきたぞ屋敷
The mansion is coming into sight.
もう少し頑張れ
Hold
よ
on just a little while longer.
今落ちれば
You fall now, you'll hit the bushes in the rose garden. The undulating rose garden was spread beneath the witch and George's gaze. This fancy-like scene no longer surprised George. Only the gradually approaching mansion was reflected in his eyes.
シャン待ってて
Shannon, wait for me.
必ず君を
I would definitely
蘇らせてみ
revive
せる
you. Okay, shut the fuck up, Kinzo. We don't need another Kinzo. Meanwhile, this bitch. The cruel new witch could be seen staring at the guest house from a different location.
あと残すは第7第8の番だけね。
Now that's left is the 7th and 8th
あと
twilight.
2人で
This
先
time
代
on
の
my
ババアの
obligation to
義
the
理はお
princess
しま
er
いだ
hag is finished.
クラウスと夏日を殺す
I'll kill Kraus and Nazi
夫婦仲良
together like a happy couple. Oh look, it's exactly who I was thinking would die next.
にひ標的はどうか
Oh, the
に
target's near.
ゲストハウス1階ロビーにて標的2名と後ろ宮エヴァを捕捉
In the lobby on the first floor of the guest house. What targets in Ushi that only I ever acquired?
反魔法力測定
Measuring anti-magic power.
410データ
A
リ
data
ン
link to 410.
ク410データ受領
410, data receive.
反魔法力は
Anti-magic
極
power
めて
is
小
extremely low.
エヴァさえ席を外せばま
If
だ
I
い
just
かの
goes
上のマ
outside,
グロに合
between
う
an
です
apple on a chopping board.
Hehehehe いかがしますか大ベアトリーチェ卿
Well, what would he ask us, good Lady Beatrice?
ご命令をいただ
If
け
you
れば
give the order,
す
we
ぐ
will
にも
snipe
進
you
め
right
ていた
away.
します
Right away.
どうかご命令を
Nice. No orders.
ほんとにあんたたちは便利な
You guys
子
are
ね
really are convenient furniture.
死体をほじるしか能のない
Very different from old second-hand furniture, which only had enough time to gouge the corpses.
ね
Right.
えシエスタ姉妹またあなたたちの
Chester sisters, please show me your skill again.
攻撃準備よ
Prepare to attack! Carry the corpses out again, alright? Let's all play with them a lot.
文句はなしよロノ
No complaints, okay, Ronobe?
はい
Yes,
かしこまりました
certainly. The time the witch knows something, as though some presence had disappeared. Was it her imagination?
今何か気配を感じなかった
Did you feel some kind of presence just now?
誰か感じた人
Did any of you feel it?
申し訳ありません
My apologies! I didn't know anything! Please, forgive me!
私たちゲストハウスを観測
We're in
中
the
で
middle
した
of
から
observing the guest
周
house.
辺監視は
Some
オ
of
フ
the
にして
surveillance
ます
was turned off. Nee?
ルシファーちゃんは
What about you, Lucifer-chan?
何か気配
You feel a
感じた
presence. For an instant, Lucifer sent a glance at Ronove, questioning whether she should answer honestly or not. Ronove gave a small nod in response.
いい
No.
申し訳ございま
My
せん
apologies, Beatrice-sama.
私たち
Nothing from us.
中華家具ゆえ
Forgive us for the stupidity as we only second-hand furniture. I'm half expecting him to get stabbed in the heart right now. I would not be that surprised if it happened. I
大
see.
悪魔のあなたがそう
Ricky, like he says that, there must have been my
気
imagination.
のせいなんでしょうね
Witch stared persistently in the direction the president disappeared to. That was the direction of the rose garden. Beyond that, you could see the mansions next away created by lightning. Why are these people spending so much time in the rain? Well, it's obviously because they're not people. Took her quite some time before she pushed her unsatisfied feelings away. And once again turned to face the guest house. Okay, chapter finished. You're going to listen to that song Cowboy Bebop. I have not watched Cowboy Bebop. I should probably watch Cowboy Bebop. The guest house lobby already been engulfed in silence. You posted a link in the Discord? Is it the song I'm thinking about? No, I have not heard that. I'll have to listen to it after this. The string of tension which bound Kraus, Natsuki, and Eva had already been loosened. They were completely tired and the consciousness was beginning to waver. Every once in a while, they would stand up and walk around pointlessly, fighting their drowsiness.
大丈夫ですかエヴァさん
Are you alright, Eva-san?
やはり無理をせず
Please,
休ん
do
で
take
い
it
て
easy
く
and
ださい
rest.
大丈夫だって言ってるわ
I told you, I'm fine.
もう大人は
You
私
rest
たち
are now
3
the
人
only
しかいないのよ
adults.
休んでる暇なんかない
There's no
わ
time to rest. Oh, but we really fucking should.
石にかじりついてでも
I'll guard this place even if I go through hell and high water. She spoke a brave line, but she couldn't hide her rough breathing. It seemed that the fever, which had been calmed with medicine for a time, had returned. Very obvious that Eo's condition was not good.
無理はするな
Don't push yourself.
せめて目を閉
At
じ
least
て
close your eyes.
もし起こさねばならぬ時は
We have to wake you, we definitely
してや
will.
るから
だから平気だ
I'm telling you that I'm fine! Leave me alone! Seeing that she had now become stubborn. Perhaps not to realize no matter what else they said to her in her current state, it wouldn't reach her ears. They decided to say nothing more and to let her be. Eva, right now, even an argument like that was putting a burden on her. Probably better for her if she just sat there with her mouth closed. As a matter of fact, Eva was already on the point of succumbing to her drowsiness. She must have talked back with her temper because she was trying to encourage herself and throw off her sleepiness. Fucking same. The clock would very soon be pointing to 6 in the afternoon. Because she had been sighing over and over again to fool her drowsiness, she didn't feel hungry. Instead, her lack of sleep made it feel like she was 6 in the morning rather than the afternoon. Even supposing the boat would come at precisely 9 in the morning tomorrow, there's still more than 12 hours to go. There's a dizzyingly long stretch of time. Long. Painful. Hot. Even the sound of the clock torments my body now. Times like this, put his hand on my forehead and the fever would always fade away. But he isn't here anymore. As if his mind grew foggy, she was once again gripped by a deep sadness. She already cried herself dry. Even so, the sadness from losing her beloved husband had not been exhausted.
私は間違っていたんだわ。
I was wrong.
どうして？
Why? Originally knew which had been the same as Eva. If Eva talked to her, she would always respond.
私は後ろ見ての当初の打算が得られれば、
That was always
そ
enough.
れで満足のはずだった。それがあの黄金の山を見た途端
But as soon as I saw that mountain of gold, my greed grew.
あの黄金の
I
山を
was struck with the desire to have the mountain of gold all to myself.
それは恥じることでもなんでもない
That's nothing to be
よ。
embarrassed about.
だって後ろ宮家の
After all, it's your natural right as that you should only have family head.
他の誰にも
How can you give up
黄金
even
の
a
一
little
かけ
bit
ら
of
だ
it
って
to
譲る
everyone
もの
else?
かってのよ。
私がその誘惑にとら
I
われ
was gripped by that temptation.
あなたが生ま
This
れ
is
て
why
し
you
ま
were
ったんだ
born.
わ。あなたは私の少女時代の心であ
You were
る
the
と
heart
同
of my
時に
young self.
自分勝手でし
Same
か
time,
な
you're
い
also my self-centered evil heart.
私のよこしまな心でもあった。そのあなたが
My foolish greed which sprouted thanks to the mountain of gold.
私の愚か
And
な
now
欲望
I'm
のせい
thinking
で
about fucking FGO. Great. Okay, we're doing the Rhine Gold. We're doing the Rhine Gold. Great.
「私の胸という卵の殻を破り
Be
この
born
世に
into
生ま
this
れ出てしま
world.
った」あなたを産んだのは私の責任。
I'm to blame for giving birth
な
to you.
あ、私が殺したローザとマリア
In
も
that case, when I killed Rose and
そ
Maria,
してル
Then
ドルフ
Rudolph,
とキリエと秀
Kira
吉
and
も
Hideyoshi,
あなたの責
you were
任
blamed
って
for
こ
that
とにな
too.
るわ。
どうしてうちの人まで殺したのよ。
Why did you kill my husband too?
どうして
Why?
「
秀吉を殺す気はなかったわ。
I didn't want to kill Hideyoshi.
だって
It was just so annoying and persistent.
その意味では私たちのいえあなたの責任ね
And that's our no, your fault.
あんなのを旦那
It's
に
your
選んだ
fault for choosing a
あなたの責
husband
任
like
だろ
that.
あなたみたいな子供にあの人の良さはわからないわよ
A child like you can't possibly understand how good he was.
あなた
何よ
Oh, come
私
on.
たちは魔
Our
法で
dreams are
夢
made
を
real with
叶
magic,
えたの
right?
よ碑文の謎を
He
解いた
solved the
わ
riddle of the epitaph. Victim lane me, class C, classic Eva. Arc is right. This is Eva. Fuck. She really is incredibly mentally unstable, huh? You think Rose is the queen of mental instability, but it turns out that Eva's hiding her crown underneath her fucking, like, snake silver tongue.
そして黄金を見つけ当主の指輪
And
を
we found
手
the
に
goat and
した
got the head to ring.
すべての夢を
All
叶
our dreams
え
came
て
fully
きた
true, right?
それがなんで不
What
満
more
な
can you
の
want?
それだけが全ての夢なんかじゃないわ
Those weren't the only dreams I had.
あの人と素敵な
You
人
know,
生
like
を
that
歩
man
んで
trusting George with the
ジョージに
next
素
in
晴ら
life.
しい人生を託す妻として母として
I still have so many dreams I need to fulfill. As
私
a
に
wife,
は
as a
まだ
mother.
叶えなければならない夢がたくさんあるのよそれなのにそれなのに
I need it.
それはあなたが大人になってから勝手
Those
に
are
増
the
やした
extra
夢
dreams
だ
you
わ
gained after becoming an adult.
私たちの夢じゃない
They aren't our dreams.
だからあなたは子供なのよ
And that is why you're a
自
child.
分さえ良け
You're
れ
the
ば
man
い
that
い
you
の
get what you want.
そうよ全て私が悪いの
That's right. All this is my
あの
fault.
時ローザの言うことに
Back
どう
then,
し
why
て
did I
私
resist
は
doing
反
what
抗
Rosa
した
told
の
me to?
どうして兄弟みんなに
Why couldn't I not
黄金
show
を
this
見つ
to
け
them?
た
I
と発
found
表
the
できなかったの
gold. You have to remember that Rosa just took in traits from her older siblings, so yeah, I remember her describing Eva as kind of like the two-faced bitch. The kind who would tell her, oh yeah, we're gonna go steal the diamond together, and then doesn't come with her to steal the diamond and then takes the diamond in the end. Really bitchy.
全て私が醜いから
It's all because of the ugliness in my heart.
黄金を独り占めしたくて芽生えさ
My
せた
evil heart
横
was
島
sprouted
な
out of a
心
desire to
が
have all the gold for
あなたを
myself.
孵化させてしまった
Cause you to hatch.
ひどい嫌われようだ
I don't see
わ
why I deserve that much hate.
私たちは二
Even
人
though both of us together make up Ushiromiya Eva.
いいえもう違うわ
No, that isn't true anymore.
そしてそれは
It was
あ
you
な
who
た
said
が言
it.
ったのよ私は後ろ
I'm
に
Ushiromiya Eva,
そしてあなたは
and you're the golden witch,
黄金の魔女ベアトリ
Beatrice.
ーチェよだからもう消えて
So just disappear already!
魔女なんておとぎ
Which
話
is
の
the
中にし
illusion
か
of
存在
fantasy
でき
that
ない
exists in
妄想よ
fairy
幻
tales!
想よあなたなんか消えてしまえ
Just disappear!
二度と私の前に現れないで
Don't ever show yourself to me again!
ああそう
She's doing a Persona 4, oh no. Uh-oh, she's denying her fucking her true self. This is gonna end badly. Oh! So that's how it
分
is.
かったわ
Alright,
あなたの前から
I'll
消えて
disappear
あ
from
げ
your
る
sight.
そして私はもう
And I am no
後ろに
longer
エヴァじゃない
Ishiro Mia Eva. Eva.
これからは
From now on, I'm the golden witch Beatrice.
もう好き勝手に遊ん
So
で
now
や
I
る
will play however I want.
あんたなんて知らないわ
I'm done caring about
い
you.
つでも
Let's give up and die
死んじゃえば
forever. After having a fiddling childlike tantrum, the witch who had once been another of Eva vanished. Only Eva was left behind in the darkness. And she questioned herself.
私なの。
Was it me?
私が
I killed them.
彼らを殺したの。あの人を殺し
Did
て
I
しま
kill
ったの。
that person?
私が
Did I kill
殺し
him?
てしまったの。
Now that the question was one she herself would never answer. So she just kind of went psycho, huh? Damn. Hey, is everyone else in the room dead now? Seemed that. Half asleep, she had gotten some saliva caught in her windpipe just as she was dozing off. Eva suddenly started coughing.
大丈夫かエヴァ
Are you alright, Eva?
夏希水を頼む
Natsui, some water, please.
はい。
Yes.
大丈夫だってば。
I'm alright, okay? Ew, sounds terrible.
ちょっとむせちゃっただけなの。
I just choked a bit, that's all. Eva pushed Natsu's hand as she tried to rub her back and suddenly rose to her feet. Unsteadily, sorry, not steadily. That's the exact opposite.
顔を洗ってくるわ。
I'm going to wash my face.
ごめんなさいね。寝ちゃってたわ。
Sorry, I fell asleep.
戻ってきたら
When I get back, I'll
また
make
コ
some
ーヒーを入れ
coffee.
るわね。特に濃い。明日の朝まで眠気が
Extra
来なく
strong.
なるようなや
So
つ。
they're going to jousting till tomorrow morning.
頼む
Please do.
ゴーダの入れるコーヒー
Your coffee fits my taste more than the one Goda
お前の入れるコーヒ
makes.
ーの方が私の好みに合うからな
お世辞でも嬉しいわ。
I'm pleased to hear that. You're just flattering me.
すぐ戻るわ。
I'll be back soon. Eva exited the lobby, heading for the lavatory. Kraus and Natsui watched over her frail back.
あなたもあれだけ犬猿の中だったエヴァさんに気を使うこともあるのですね。
So, you do sometimes care for Eva-san, even though you've always been so much at odds with her. Hum.
本来兄とはこう
Probably
いうもの
speaking, isn't this what an older brother should do?
ええ。 それで正しいと思います。
I believe it is.
エヴァに限らん
Not just Eva.
ルドルフにも
Rudolph and Rosa too.
私がした
The only ways in which I've
怪しい
acted
こと
like
に
my brother or to speak arrogantly and boldly them.
彼らをいじめただけだ 父のようになりたくて私なりに必死だった
my own way. I was frantic in my desire to be like my father. I could never match up and always vented my feelings on them.
そのはけ口を彼らに向けてしまった。しかし、
However, that is no
そ
excuse.
れは言い訳にならん。エヴァにも
You're probably scared, scarred Eva so deep
深い
that
心
it
の
still is
傷を
not
負わせて
healed.
しまっただろう。悔いている
I
が、
regret it, but even if I apologize after all this time, that would not
そ
heal
の
those
傷が癒える
wounds.
わけもない。
あなたがその気持ちを
As you hold on to that
今
emotion,
だけでな
you
く
continue to hold on
持ち
to
続
it.
けることでその気持ちはき
I'm
っ
sure
と
that feeling will come through to your
他の兄弟
siblings.
たちにも伝わりますよ。
今となっては、
At this point, my only sibling
他
left
の
is
兄弟
Eva.
もエヴァを残すのみだがね。
もし
If
あな
only
たと
family you and your siblings were born into had not been the Ushiromiya family.
後宮家でさえなかったならもっともっと普
We've
通
had a
な
more normal, more fun sibling
楽しい
relationship.
兄弟の関係であったでしょうに。
You know, this is what I meant about Natsui. Fuck, she's great. She understands that this family is fucked up. She understands that it's entirely the fault of this fucking family being what they are.
それを言ってはならん。
You mustn't say that.
エヴァは生涯
Eva will probably continue to hate
私を憎み続
me
け
for her
る。
whole life.
そしてその資格
And she has the
は
right to.
私は
I intend to resign
そ
myself
れ
to
を
that and
甘んじ
accept
て
it.
受け止めるつもりだ。
あなた
Dear
エヴァ。
Eva, I'm sorry.
もちろん
Of course, you don't have to
許
forgive
さ
me.
なくていい。
もちろん許さないわ。何を今さら。
Of course I won't. Bit late, don't you think?
悪いと思ったなら今すぐへそでも
You're in the
死んじゃ
wrong.
え
If you know you're in the wrong, why don't you just give up and die right now and forever?
やっちゃえシエスタ島
Do it, Chester sisters! Oh, goddamn. Stop fucking flashbanging me. Ow.
45射撃とか治療
45. Foundation received.
射撃曲線再確認
Determining fan curve.
飛行誤差修
Correcting
正
for weather.
410データ
Dear
リ
link to 410.
410データ
410
受領
data received.
射撃許可
Fire version
確認
confirmed.
にひひひ射撃
Firing. Here, the scissors released the ready magic bowstring. A beautiful tail trailed the golden arrow, and it drew a beautiful curve as it flew. It was just like a golden snake. It skillfully avoided the grove of trees and flew towards the front door of that great guest house. Then it flew into the keyhole of the door and stuck into the guest house without any problem at all. The gold snake raced down the hall smoothly as fast as an arrow. Right in front of the door, from it was the door of the lobby. It only needed to fly into the keyhole and Kraus and Nazi would be right there. For an instant, Kraus thought he saw the door's keyhole sparkle gold. However, at the same time, he strained his eyes to see what it was. That sparkle bent like a whip and attacked, wrapping itself around Kraus's neck. There goes Kraus. Just looking at it, the gold snake looked very supple. However, it was as though a wire tightened around Kraus's neck. And when that snake choked Kraus, it extended even more and also tightened around Nachi's neck. Without even the chance to scream, their eyes bulged as they went into convulsions and then collapsed. Wow, amazing!
45命中および死亡
A lot
確
of people
認
died today. 45. Hit and kill
牽
confirmed.
引曲線形成
Only
補
now.
正点
Towing
修正
curve. Clearing adjustment points.
410データリ
Data link to 410.
410データ受領
410. Data received.
死体検
It
温
is an
開
corpse
始
towing.
2匹も連れて
On the line at once near me. The ghost snake began to drag Kraus and Nachi's corpses back. He stepped through the door to the corridor, driving corpses gradually increasing in speed. In the blinking of an eye, it pulled them outside the guest house. This voice, though, I think it's appropriate for the pain they cause. Look, they're guns. If they don't cause you some level of pain, they're not doing their job. The lobby was still, as though nothing had happened at all. as though Kraus and Nachi had never been there to begin with. Only the sound of the wind and the rain remained, as though feigning ignorance and pretending that they had been the only ones there.
ごめんなさい。もう大丈夫よ。
I think it is. You don't think you're capable of doing it justice is all. Yep. That's a sadness. Sorry, I'm fine now.
今コーヒー
Now
を
I'll
入れ
make
る
some
わね。
coffee, she says, with the dead corpses in the room. Eva returned to the lavatory, but no one was in the lobby. Even though they had been on the sofa until the very moment she had choked and gone to the lavatory, they were gone now, as if they had been an illusion from the beginning.
不用心ね。
How careless.
揃ってどこに行
Where
っちゃ
those
った
two go
の？
off together? Like she was pretending to be a detective novel, Eva put her hand on the sofa. She felt warmth indicating that it had been sitting there until a short while ago. Yeah, they gonna do the rounds or something. Wow, Eva is fucking coping hard. She has completely lost her mind this time around, huh? The time being, Eva sat down and waited for the return. I like to imagine that right now she's just waiting in the room with fucking corpses. Beato and George will be seen in the parlor of the mansion. George kneeling near Shannon's body as though praying. His face was sincerity itself, and there were even sweat on his forehead. Though this isn't a locked room, there's someone in the room with them. You know it's not meant to be, but still. We can say neither one of these people exists. George is a figment of our imagination, and Beato is a figment of Balor's imagination. Answer solved. It is still a locked room, then. However, Beato was the same. Now that she had handed her name over, most of her previous power had been lost. Of course, she still had more than enough power to be called a witch, but compared to the past, it was a very faint thing.
いいぞ。
Good.
声をかける。
Don't talk to her. Don't touch her with your hand.
手で触れるな。心の声で呼ぶ。
Call her with the voice of your heart. Seek her with the hand of your heart.
そなたの強き思いだけ。
Own your strong feelings to make my magic reach Shannon's lost soul.
わらわの魔法を。
Only your strong feelings can make my magic reach Shannon's lost soul. George maintained a single-minded focus. He kept frantically yelling inside his heart, trying to call back the soul of the person he loved. Controlling vengeance, his soul leaving his body and searching for her as she wandered through hell. Beato turned that strong force into magical power, supplementing her own magic. There was magic that, in the past, she could have performed easily without anyone's help. But now, if she didn't rely on someone's help, she wouldn't be able to finish the chant, much like succeed.
数百年近く忘れておった
I have forgotten after several hundred years.
魔法と
What's magic? Was the resurrection.
暗い魔法で
Always this difficult of a magic. An even more strained expression than George's had risen up to Beato's face. Beato's forgetting this, but the magic to revive a life is fundamentally the ultimate in art. It's her previous magic power, giving her the ability to use that magic over and over with the snap of fingers that was abnormal. Therefore, the heavy burden of her body and mind was, by right, absolutely to be expected.
しかし
However,
こやつめの力
this,
魔
the
法
power
を
this one
貫
has
く
is
ように
quite considerable, even though he doesn't know magic.
なる
I see. So he is truly Kento's grandchild. A strong power probably George to be large enough to pass as magical power. At first, Beato thought it was due to the blood of the mage Genzo. However, that was probably wrong. Yeah, feeling that Balor taught her that. George's power to feel sorry for the death of his loved one, regardless of the way he tried his hardest through his life. From the warm time spent together with Shannon, and from the size of the shared dream, probably judged their futures. Humans really live this seriously during their one single life? Of course they do. To her, life didn't mean anything more than the difference between the top and bottom of Othelio piece. The black represented death, and she thought all you had to do was flip it over again and make it white. However, it was just like that broken vase. Lazy boys. Fuck, I'm tired. Humans in the world without magic, where they can never return to its real form. Very, very natural to bet all their body and so on that single life.
生死すら自在にする無限の魔女。
Okay, I'll be honest. I might be a bit too fucking tired now. I know there's still a bit of time left before things end normally, and I start a bit later, but fuck. Oh god, I'm tired. Oh, I'm so incredibly goddamn tired now. Thanks, sorry about that. Also, is this that weird thing? There's English words in that song, and I can't fucking hear them. It's really fine, thanks. By the way, sorry if I insulted people, not insulted, oh fuck, what's the word? Offended people in chat during the stream. Don't really mean to. I just don't. I barely spend any time anywhere on the internet. I watch YouTube videos about about video games most of the time. I don't really do much else. But anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed coming to today's live stream. If this is the first time coming, I suggest you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're aware when I'm streaming. If you liked anything on the video, leave a like, and then leave a comment down below. As well, share the video around with whoever you think might be interested in seeing it. And we'll be, hopefully, if we get lucky, we'll finish episode 3, but not actually start episode 4 tomorrow, because fucking... Does he not do... No, I do the question mark chapters, so we're really fucking far away. Really far away from actually finishing. Probably at least 2 more sessions, if not 3. I guess we'll see. But thank you all again for coming today. Thank you all very, very much. And until next time, I'm gonna get up close. I'm gonna get quiet. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna say goodbye.